What's going on, everybody? I'm gonna hit you the quick deck tech, the deck that I have a love-hate relationship with. Apparently, it's gonna be this sexy young man here. Jared Carthalion, True Heir. It's gonna be 1 red, 1 green, 1 white for legendary creature Human Warrior. And he reads, when Jared Carthalion, True Heir, enters the battlefield, target opponent becomes the monarch. And you cannot become the monarch this turn. But if damage will be dealt to Jared Carthalion while you are the monarch, prevent that damage and put that many 1/1 counters on it. So, what are we going to do with young Jared Carthalion here? Jared Carthalion is one of those dudes that, you know, somehow gets you to do work for him without making it seem like it's work. One of those dudes that's like, hey, come help me move. It's only a little bit. I'll buy you pizza. Next thing you know, it's a 8-hour shift and there's no pizza. He buys you like some Domino's or something. And yes, I will shit on Domino's because we have a plethora of decent pizza places in Chicago that are not Domino's. So, take that. So what are we going to do with this deck? We're going to do a lot of fighting. We're going to do a lot of things like that. And then here we go. Jared Carthalion, True Heir. Here come the lands. We got 12 forests, 11 plains, 8 mountains. Again, if you saw my tweet the other day, I am trying not to play any kind of tap lands. I'd rather run basics. So here are the non-basics. We got Naya Panorama. It doesn't come into play tapped. I can tap it for colors, and if I need to, it can color fix. Command Tower. Throne of the High City. Keswick Wolf Run to give Jared trample, because he'll need it. And good old-fashioned strip mine. Get rid of those cradles, those coffers, those pain in the neck lands. So here comes the wild fight package of the deck. I don't know. A couple times I played this deck, I was happier with the mode. Obviously, if damage was dealt to him, prevent it, put that many 1 counters on it. I thought that it was more beneficial to my board state just to throw hands, just to fight. Just to have old Gerald get drunk on Bush Light and try to go fight his father-in-law. So that's what we're doing. I have a couple board wipes in here, actually just 2, but I go with more fight cards. I got Pit Fight, Prey Upon, Savage Stomp, Savage Smash, Unnatural Aggression, which is a good card because it exiles if it kills something, Titanic Brawl, Ancient Animus, and Clash of the Titans, or Clash of Titans. And Clash of Titans can target any 2 creatures, not just a creature you control. So let's just say your people got some things on the board you want to kill 2 for 1. There you go. Clash of Titans makes them box. Here we go. We got a little bit of a ramp package here. We got Cultivate, Kodama's Reach, Farseek, Rampant Growth, Harrow, all the signets in color, Boros, Gruul, Selesnya, and Soul Ring. I took out some other ramp I had in here. I thought I had enough, so we'll see what happens. You'll see this disc just stalls out now. Got some draw. We got Harmonize, Hunter's Prowess. Hunter's Prowess also gives Jared trample, which is key in helping him trample over and get that young monarchy back. Hunter's Insight, Thrill of Possibility, and Tormenting Voice. Again, hopefully, ideally, we'll be drawing with Monarch more than having to use some of these draw spells. We got some removal, Generous Gift, Beast Within, and Return to Dust. I didn't put any creature removal, obviously, just because I have so many fight cards in here, so I did not think they were necessary. And we got Chain Reaction and Blasphemous Act. Again, nothing crazy, but if you are the monarch and you throw that blasphemous act down, you're going to prevent 13 damage to good old Jared, and usually that's good enough to go through and knock somebody out of the game. We got some equipment. Prowler's Helm, Trailblazer's Boots, Key to the City, all things that are going to make Jared unblockable, or just any creature you got unblockable so you can go in there and steal the Monarchy. You got Tim's and Carhartt boots, them fake Tim's. We got Lightning Greaves and Swifties, and they're just hopefully giving Jared a little bit of protection. Here come the jank enchantments. You got Grand Melee. Again, you want everybody swinging all the time. You want everyone doing your work for you. So you want, you know, you're gonna call your friend over and you're like, oh, you like to cook, right? Can you watch the hot dogs while I go to the bathroom? Next thing you know, this guy got into the car, went to go pick up more beer, and you're sitting there cooking for his family, and you just came over to say hi to his grandma because you hadn't seen him in a while. So again, Jared's not making everybody attack, making everybody block. But then also, we got Sphere of Safety and Ghostly Prison. Throwing some pillow forts down so that way we're less likely to get attacked. Then we got Disrupt Decorum and Mass Mutiny. Oh, up there. Then we got Disrupt Decorum and Mass Mutiny. We're gonna go at everything, and then we're gonna gain control of one creature per opponent and hopefully swing for the fences with that. Again, making it clear so that way we can get the Monarchy back. Here's a new pet card of mine who I absolutely really enjoy. Frontier Warmonger. It is a 4/4 for 4. Whenever one or more creatures attacks one of your opponents or planeswalker, they gain Menace. They get the menace. And that is hilarious because then you're incentivizing your opponents to attack your other opponents. Again, you're making them do the heavy lifting. You got Baird, Steward of Argreave. Again, Pillow Fort. Marisi. Out here goading people. Kazul. Making his little lackeys from the mountains come out and help him. Windborne Muse. Again, making people not attack you. Here's a card I'm on the fence with. Tangrath, First Mate. It says, can't be blocked by more than one creature, and whenever an opponent attacks another opponent, basically, he can join in the fight. He can, that opponent can get control of him and attack somebody else with it. We got good old-fashioned Gahiji. Again, incentivizing people to attack other people. And here come all the you go do my bidding even more cards. Goblin Spymaster, giving everyone that 1/1 goblin that says attack every turn of Fable. Fumiko the Lowblood, again, making everybody attack all the time. Warmonger Hellkite, again, everybody attacks. Here come the little crappy cards that just plain out say I become the Monarch. I'm not sure how I feel about these. We got Palace Sentinels, Crimson Fleet Commander, or Commodore, I guess, and Entourage of Trust. Again, they just read I become the Monarch. Dawnglade Regent, you know, gives everything gives permanents I have hexproof. I'm the Monarch. Skyline Despot. And Archon of Coronation. Again, all these cards that just say I become the Monarch. Palace Jailer, Exiling Things, Court of Grace, Court of Bounty, and Court of Ire. I've played this deck, I don't know, 4 or 5 times. I have not seen any one of the cards that say I become Monarch. It's kind of frustrating. But what are you gonna do? Here come little fun and excitement cards. We have every single Impetus card in the colors. We got Predatory Impetus, Martial Impetus, Shiny Impetus, and Bloodthirsty Blade. Again, goading your opponent's good creatures or creatures that they just don't want to have attacks. Like let's say they got a Seedborn or Oracle Mondiah or even an Elish Norn. If that has to attack, it does a lot better for everybody else than, you know, having to just sit back there and buff and give everything else -2s. You know, again, just making people lose control of what they actually do is what Jared wants to do. And here come the 2 cards that I'm very excited to play in this deck. Bedlam. Creatures can't block. You will be surprised at how greedy your friends get over the Monarchy. That's why I love the mechanic. It makes games go by so much faster because everyone once they get that one little taste of that first card they draw with Monarchy, they get thirsty and they want that card draw every single turn, and it incentivizes them to attack. It incentivizes them to attack your opponents, especially with that pillow fort stuff that I got going on. That it makes the game go by faster, and it makes more fun game to play. Everyone's just sitting back on like a giant board state, looking at each other like idiots for an hour and a half. And then we got Assault Suit. Again, if I can put Assault Suit on Jared, have him walk over to somebody who has the Monarchy, and then with all my this creature must attack cards, have him swing at somebody, prevent the damage, give him counters, so that way by the time he comes back to me, he's done enough push-ups on the block to be substantially bigger and help me win the game. Alright guys, so that's it. That's my Jared Carthalion True Heir deck. Again, the last 3 or 4 decks I've made, I haven't put a deck list up there. Just because this is more of a rough draft, I guess, because I know for a fact the last 3 or 4 decks I've made substantial changes to after the second or third time I played, so that way the deck list I put out there would be completely different than the deck it actually is. Again, this deck I've seen this deck get a lot of crap online, saying it's the worst one to come out of Commander Legends or whatever. But it is what it is. You can make any deck good. You know, if you put enough time, enough effort into it, and know your meta, know your play groups, know the people you play with. If you know that, this commander is going to suck in that meta, then don't make it. But if you have, a couple different play groups, you have enough diverse opponents to have any deck, be at least fun to play, give it a go. There's no reason why you can't make a commander fun. This format was made to just have fun, and there's too much like, you get too many modern players who could stick a modern coming here and just trying to win. This is about hanging out with your friends, playing the game for a half an hour, 45 minutes. This game's about fun. This game's about, coming over, hanging out with your friends, having a few shots of Malort, living the life, getting away from, whatever the hell is stressing you for a couple hours on the weekend. Well, that's it, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you.